I'm live. Hey everyone. Are you doing okay? I'm okay. I'm alive. I don't really have much planned out for today. I don't know why I even got popped on just now. I kind of had this whole idea for a show, and then on the way over here, I kind of just lost it all. It just kind of went pew, right out of my brain. Um, but hey, it's the 10th of November. My birthday is in a day. Well, it's tomorrow is my birthday, so we'll have a birthday show possibly. I'll do a little thing in the morning. Ooh, I haven't even caught up on the news. It seems like it's the same amount of malarkey. We have a dispute over the election, um, mainly the fact that certain organizations that are supposed to call it have called it yet, and therefore leaves everything up in arms. Um, and everyone's already moved forward. Everyone's kind of moved on the president, and it's scary to think how any transition is going to work now, since there wasn't a concession, and that's not normal. Not really normally what happens with a president is being it has to concede. They have to, and I want to adjust my camera angle. So pardon this little. I think that'll do better. Just a little further out. I look so boxy in the screen here, but in the camera's monitor, I look normal, and then in the screen, I don't look normal. I'm not sure what that's about. I look squished, like my head is squished in. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. Stop focusing on it. So yeah, the election is kind of being silly. I don't look. I don't really have. I have a dog in the race, of course. I just don't want to care so much about it. Um, I didn't. Politics is not fun to talk about. That's all it is. It's not fun. You can make some funny jokes about politicians or and whatnot, because you're always catching them on some baloney that they said the day before, and usually it's always pandering, because they'll yell at you, "Oh, they pander to people in the room." Of course, so do comedians, so do actors. I mean, if you're the only way you don't pander is if you're so personally unaffected by what these people's opinions are that you go ahead and say whatever you want. And I think that's what Trump wanted from being as being a president. He wanted nobody to be able to tell him he was bullshit, because he is president and it's like an authority. But he got the opposite of that. He got a lot of people kind of claiming he was bullshit. Um, and now it's a fight for keeping his non-bullshittiness going. Enough of this politics shit. I have to stop saying when I have nothing to say, and just come up with things to say. Use that. I had a little note. So I don't know how to do stuff yet on I will eventually know how to bring up a clip and have a little picture in picture thing going on. I'll get to that later. For now, my notes are just literally notes I have and things I'll talk about. For instance, Liz isn't here today. She's actually at work. That's great. I'm good for her. She got up super early though. She got up at something like 4:30 in the morning to go on a walk with her friend. And I have to wake up at that time if she wakes up. You know, we live in a studio apartment, so it's one room. The bed, I am looking at the bed. The camera is standing in the living room. I'm looking at the bed, and this is the other wall. It's a small place. And I'm not complaining that I had to get up early because my girlfriend got up. Hell, I mean, I worked for like a year and a half for a company while we were living together, and I had to get up at 5 every morning or 4:30 every morning to get to work. So it's her turn, right? The but she went for a walk this morning. I think that's weird. Who gets, you know what would be nice and refreshing and brisk? Let's take a walk at 3:30 in the goddamn morning. And yeah, let's do it when no one's awake except for creeps and weirdos. Let's do it then. That's the smart time to do it. You know, it's a fact, and I think about it, she has not responded to the text I sent her about 4 hours ago. And I'm like, that's fine because she's busy at work. But now I'm like, maybe she got kidnapped. And now I'm worried. I've just worried myself. You saw it happen live. You saw me create a situation. It isn't necessarily true. And I'm going down the rabbit hole. That's it. She's kidnapped. I'm going to wait till about 4 o'clock. And if I don't hear from her, I'm calling the police. That's just how it's going to be. Um, I went and said, I was looking at TikTok stuff. God, stop umming. I was on TikTok. I got TikTok. And this is what I love to do now on TikTok because no one really enjoys my content, whatever I put on there. I'm not doing the whole booty shake dance move scenario. I don't do the duets. I want to. I just every time I start one, I put them in my drafts because after I look at them, I'm like, am I a fucking adult or what? Can I not speak on my own for myself for longer than 2 seconds? Yeah, I know how to do this. I public speak for a living, or at least I did until the pandemic really killed my super blossoming comedy career. Damn it. Counts are going to be a thing. I found a TikTok that I like TikTok because people troll each other instantly and in weird creative ways, especially with instant video commenting responses. You can troll each other or not, or favor each other in ways that are way more direct than Facebook ever felt, or YouTube, as far as I know. It feels more like a Twitch stream. Really, to do a TikTok video, you do a little TikTok video and instantly you're going to get responses, especially if you're somebody who's already trending and in the For You page. So I'm trying to find the note I left for myself, but I don't know where I put the note. I have too many things called notes on my screen now. Was it in jokes? Parking spot? Oh yeah, the parking spot. This isn't about TikTok though, but the parking spot. So we live in our studio apartment we live in. It's nice. I'd actually almost call it a luxury apartment. I pay a lot of money to live here. I wish I didn't pay this kind of money. I could probably pay about $800 less and been happier and definitely financially more secure. We get a parking spot with the place. One parking spot. So anyone who lives in this area, you get an apartment, even if it's like the 2-bedroom apartments, I think you have to now buy a second parking spot, and then it's assigned to you. So we have my car and Elizabeth's car. Her spot is about 20, 30 paces away. Can't really see it from the window, but I went for a walk this morning and someone was parked in her spot. And it's so annoying. Whenever we leave our spaces, almost instantly someone parks in our spot. Not someone who lives here. They don't have the sticker. It says they're permitted to park in the parking lot. They're assigned spaces. Let's be clear. I pay $175 for Liz to have a parking space in the place I pay rent, even though there are empty parking spaces all over the place because half the people have moved out because they were all people who lost their jobs due to COVID and have no savings accounts because they live that, I'm going to make $80,000 on my first job ever, a year, forever and ever types. And they never save a penny. They think they're, I don't know any if that's true. I just made all of that up to just hate on some people. This is a problem of mine. I hate on people that don't exist to make myself feel better for not doing much of anything. Too real? Okay, so parking space. There's someone parked in it, and she's not going to be home till about 3 or 3:30. So it's not really a problem right now for me to go out there and be nasty, leaving notes on people's cars. But I did get some glass, the wax you can draw on car windows with, like you see them at the dealerships and whatnot. And I want to draw all over every one of the windows, just big dicks. There's big dicks. I say park it in my spot with your big dicks and just go that route. In the past, I've had people park in my spot after me just go like leaving to go to the grocery store and back. And so half hour passed and now someone's using my parking spot and they don't have the sticker. It's never somebody who has a sticker, because if you have the sticker to live here, you park in your space. It's because that's what you do. And for some reason, visitors that come here never want to park on the street or in the visitor spaces and just decide, you know what, these numbers must not mean anything. I'm going to park in this space. What harm could it be? I'm just going to be here for 8 hours. Sorry, I have a issue about parking spaces. In my life, I've had a lot of parking insecurity, to put it lightly, living in cities where you have to, constantly move your car because you're going to get a ticket. God forbid you come home like 2 hours before they stop metering, you're going to get a ticket that last hour, that sort of thing. Or weird fluidic driveway situations. Like the place I lived in, Oceanside, California, the guy said, "Oh, this little alleyway next to the apartments is where you can park your car because there's only actually 4 spaces." Like, all right, cool, it's fine. So there's the 4 spaces over here, and then where I can park my car in this alleyway. Well, the second time I put my car in the alleyway, when I came back, I was blocked by a boat. Blocked, couldn't get my car out. Had to find out whose boat this was. None of my neighbors owned the boat. It was the landlord. He uses that to put his boat in when he decides to not have his boat near him where he lived. So, like, I get it. It's your property, but maybe never offer the parking space if you're just going to make it a serious issue for the person who parks there later, like by taking it away. Never give it out in the first place if you're just going to take it away. That's what my mom always said. Don't give it up if you're just going to take it away. That'd be a weird thing to say if anyone said that. Yeah, tomorrow's my birthday. I'll be 39 years old. And I got to tell you, I feel 48. It doesn't feel good to age this quickly. I've been 39. It's not even real. I have a headache all the time. I have wrinkles. I have wrinkles on my face. On my face, I have wrinkles. I didn't know I had them till I got glasses this year, by the way. I had no idea. I take my glasses off. I have smooth baby skin. I thought I was killing the game. Every time I looked in the mirror, I'm like, you look like a fucking champ, buddy. Yeah. Good work on not getting too much sun. And then I put these on and I look like a fucking catcher's mitt that's been left out in the sun for 3 months. It's just awful. Awful. Oh, so back to TikTok. Let's get back for a second. I'll try to just remember it off the top of my head. I like trolling the comment trolls. So when someone like you watch a video and you get the gist of what the person's flavor of sarcasm was by when they showed the video, and maybe read what they state as description, and you kind of can put together like, okay, this person's being funny, burping. It's gross. I'm sorry. Just let it out, right? I made myself tacos for breakfast, lunch. That's just how I'm living. This particular TikTok, the person was getting trolled on, and I just thought I'd jump onto it. And I don't know what I know what I did with it. I took a little screenshot of it. Ha ha ha. Now I know what's going on. Okay. And it was this is the weirdest one. This has not, I wasn't trolling anyone in this circumstance. I promise I wasn't. But it was a TikTok about, it was a TikTok showing some guy, some girl and some guy, this couple, some girl and some guy. It's a married couple. And she's showing off like, oh, look how hard my husband worked. He made his own small business. It was working out. COVID was bad. Hey, I have my own business too. We're struggling, we live in the dream. And then it goes, but then fucking deportation came and deported my husband, so that me and my entire family left this country, the United States of America, and then moved to where his country of origin that he was deported to is. fucking sucks. And it's weird because there's a lot, some people are like, what? Some people in the comments were just really shitty. And I want to read the shitty comments. I don't know why this was entertainment. This was better than reading a newspaper. Oh, this is why I'm so uneducated. This is what I do all day. Okay. So the video as I described it. And then the first person who comments is like, I'm really confused how anyone can go to another country, set up shop, but not work towards becoming a citizen in that country. It's like, eh. It's like, this is a different. Like, do you think this person never at all interacted with the American government in a way to get permanent status here? And then put all of his savings on the line to start a business? Why would you think that is how it is? I'm getting it. That's your view based off of weird bigoted stories that you hear often. And you got to stop. Everyone's got to stop. And I think that's what the problem is. We're forgetting that a generation and a half ago, most of our freaking grandparents came here and could have been kicked out at any point for being a dick. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm an Italian American. How many of my ancestors, I'm going to call them ancestors, forefathers, came over here and just legitimately bootlegged? Legitimately bootlegged. Okay. Actually were bootleggers and petty criminals, maybe even worse. How many? They had to have been doing some of that. They weren't all saints. But this isn't even about that. These people aren't. This isn't about somebody who's not a saint or not. This is just somebody who's, for God's sakes, you just lost an entire family unit, a nuclear family, an American nuclear family. You just kicked them out of your own country because one member of them is not U.S. born. That's the part that should have been in the comments, but it goes on and on. And then the person who posted it starts engaging with them, and it's fucking cute. He didn't just set up shop to live here, live the life he was given to him, which doesn't make sense either. He didn't just set up shop. He lived the life that was given to him. We all do. Becoming a resident is no walk in the park. It takes time and money. No shit. I feel here's where I lose. This is what happens on TikTok, is that I'm on your side, poster, and then I lose your side because your counter argument to the troll makes you sound like you're even less informed about your own situation than we are. And that's how I wonder how many people do this. Do you do this too? Am I the only one who like overanalyze, fucking completely overanalyzes comment threads in a TikTok that's not even theirs? Am I the only one? Why is this fun to me? I'm sure I'll get to a point where I can just post TikToks on there and we can all go like, look at that guy's got a silly face. And it'll be the normal fun thing we all do. I'm going to check this notebook because I'm pretty sure I put something in this notebook that was worth talking about on here. Sometimes you write things in a notebook and you don't know what the fuck they're about. And for me specifically, I write things in notebooks that are kind of a combination of like, maybe this is a joke premise. Hey, maybe this is a snippet of wisdom I can use in an autobiography or nice post. This is normally what it is. This is something I've been doing, and this is awkward to talk about on social media because it's about social media and my hatred of it. When I unfollow someone on social media, I want them to know about it. I want them to know why. I don't want to start a beef with them. I'm not saying like I don't want to like, hey, I don't like following you anymore. So, hey, your dog's ugly and your mom's a bitch. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. I just want something to announce, maybe like in the apps that I just something that, something that tells the person I've unfollowed that something about them bums me out. Something like, bing, like, oh man, this guy does not get any entertainment from you. So he's going to duck out. Fuck. You're hearing me ramble now. Sorry. If I unfollow a lot of people over the last year for many reasons. A lot of those people I know in real life, and I realized I just didn't need to. I didn't need to know them in real life. They weren't part of my circle. They weren't going to be. They didn't want to be my. I don't think they wanted to be my friend. Sorry, adjustments. Like I don't think they wanted to be my friend. There's just so many of them. I mean, probably you the listener. You're probably one of them. I just meet so many people. Have met so many people, I should say, that it's so clear they're uninterested in friendship at all. Like you can stand in a circle back. So distracted. This is such a stupid, weird stream. Okay, so I'm sure this happens in high schools and whatever. When you're at a comedy show, when you go to open mic, mostly, a lot of the comedians are standing around either in groups, clumps, circles, lines against the wall. They're standing around waiting for someone to take their name down, waiting to find out when they're up, or if they've got up at all. And people stand around these circles and they talk to each other in these little circles. And sometimes you don't even have a clue what the hell I tend to never have a clue what conversation I'm walking into. I just know that whatever conversation I've walked into in the last 5 years out here, I've been clueless as to what the fuck was going on. And to a degree where I said, I'm not going to socialize with anyone anymore. So I would legitimately stand apart from everyone while they were in their circles and stop trying to get into the circle. First of all, bro, when people, folks, maybe this is a California thing. Pre-COVID. This is pre-COVID civilization we're talking. When you have a circle of people, right? They're not connected. They're not holding hands yet. It's this little spaces. So a new person comes in to stand into the space, right? And if the circle is accepting, the two people who were standing side like next to each other open up, so this person can now join them. Now you have three people or another person added to the circle, and the chain link opens, goes a little further out. When the circle doesn't expand, that means nobody wants you in the circle. And I feel like I've experienced that a lot. And it was really, really, it's really funny to go like, oh man, I'm just not fitting in here. And to just look around and like, geez, this is not working out. And, but then that kind of continues for years and years, and you sort of like get used to it to the point where like you're individually, you see these people, you talk to them, you're not anti-friends, but it's like a fucking test of like walking these hot coals, like get in here, get it, like no, you're not allowed to get in here. None of that makes sense. I wish I could delete it. Shit. Be realistic. All anyone is I'm one misstep away from never being spoken to again. But you'll let that person slide on your news feed for a long time. So this is what I mean about Facebook anyway. Is there's plenty of people that you're like, geez, this person's checked out in some manner, or their point of views are way too extreme left or right, and you're just done. You're done with them. So you put them on snooze for 30 days and they pop back up. And then eventually you get to the point where you're like, okay, does it matter that I sometimes run into this person? Are we engaging each other online with any regularity? If those are no's, just go ahead and delete that person off of your Facebook. I know people are like, hey, I want all the followers. The more followers you combine, it's sort of like a magnet for more followers. If someone sees that oh my God, you have 1,000 followers, I want to follow you too. But sanity wins in the end, and you don't do those things because you don't want to live a life stuck, constantly being friends with in a circle of people who you don't really feel like you're friends with. Oh, what's this? We got someone in the comment threads, which I didn't expect to have. Oh boy, especially in the adult life, childhood, everyone would be open to meeting people and becoming friends. As adults, people are more inclined to befriend You only if they can utilize you for personal gain. Absolutely, sir. That is absolutely right. That's how it is. That's how it is as an adult. To an extent, there's still plenty of people. What I find is that the people who seem to be seem to be tight with each other, and you can't figure out why they are so tight with each other, is because they knew each other in the window of time pre-existing their own independence, should say. They passed the point where, like, I don't need a shoulder to cry on person. I don't need a hooks me up with their friends person. I don't need a guy who works at the ice cream shop and can give me ice cream, sort of thing. Like, whatever those social things are that happen during teenager, which is why I know what I noticed when I moved here. See, it's so weird because I came here as an adult and didn't know anyone. When I aged out of the group of the time of inclusion, I should say, it became almost damn near impossible, because even I'm like, I hardly relate to other people, even when they have all these things in common with me. I hardly relate to them, just because I know life differences are happening. I'm having a different set of experiences than you, and my set of experiences is causing me to have a different outlook on all future events that happen to me. And this is a problem for me personally. I'm retracted. Okay, that's cool. This is how was I trying to explain this? This is happening to me now, where I'm sort of realizing that my idiosyncrasies and a lot of my nuances, neurotic behaviors, are affecting my life of my partner. She is not enjoying some of the things that I thought were just like, oh, this is my kitschy little, this is me, haha. It's not fun for someone else to watch someone be like soul crushing to themselves all the time, which is what I do. And it comes from a place of loneliness. And I shouldn't be lonely because I do have some friends, and I have a extremely loving partner, so I shouldn't be that lonely. I just don't. I still feel lonely anyway. I acknowledge that I have people who I care about, who care about me, but I also feel alone. Also, just in general, realize that I've probably had too many concussions and done too many drugs in my life, that I will never really be as intelligent as I want to be. I can be informed, but I can't always be informed all the time about everything. And I can't necessarily juggle technological things with creative things. That's a big problem, is trying to be creative while technologically being apt. Because those two parts of my brain don't work. When I think creatively, I literally think of, like, I want to grab a pile of dirt and make something cool out of it. My thoughts are dirt. My thoughts are dirty. They are dirty. Dirty thoughts. Yeah, true friends want to be friends with you because they enjoy being around you. That's completely true. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing I need from you. Like, there's nothing, I don't need a thing from you. Just, you enhance the experience of life being around you. So that's what you're an enhancement. That's kind of friendship, right? I mean, there's loyalty aspects of friendship, which is a whole other aspect. That's where you, like, the person fucks up, hurts you really bad. Maybe not hurts you really bad. The person's fucking up and destroying things, other people's things. They're a destructive menace to society. And you're just still like, I'll stand by you, pal, no matter what, even though you set the whole city on fire. That's a cult. I think that's a cult. You got to tell your friends they're being a dick if they're being a dick. Anyway, I've spoken for about 30 minutes. I only like to do 30 minutes at a time because the rabbit hole of my idle brain is ridiculous. Stop by tomorrow. It's my birthday. I I'll be alone in the mornings, and then in the evening, I hope I'm going to go bowling in Rockland, California. I heard that there's a bowling alley that is open and serving food, and I love to bowl. Weird fact. And my girlfriend's going to take me bowling for my birthday, and then we're going to get some pizza, and we're going to come home, watch some funny TV show and open a present or two. All right, folks. Have a good day. Be good to each other. I love you. Bye.